Hey guys, what's up? Who's ready for day 5, mission 5, discovering your true path to abundance? All right, so what does abundance mean to you, really? All right, think about that for a second. Right, for me, abundance means everything. It means, wealth, prosperity, love, peace, harmony, joy, grace, power, right? Standing in our power, right? To be able to, be, do, have, give, and live the way that we envision in our dreams, right? My wildest dreams. So today, I have 3 tasks for you. It's going to be pretty cool because I'm going to help you write down some of your key performance indicators, right? So how do you achieve all this so that you have all the abundance to go and catch every single one of those dreams that you've been dreaming about for so long, okay? So 3 tasks today. I'm going to talk about 10x goals. It's another recording thing that you can listen, right? Reprogramming your mind every single morning in your morning routine. I'm going to also take you to a perfect 10 life visualization sort of journaling process. I want you to record that as well. And then we're going to dive into these key performance indicators. I love this so much. This has totally blown my mind. And now I really can't live without it. As far as building my business, these things on the board, these targets on the board, I'm gonna write them in for you. They're for me, they're mind blowing because when I first started in this digital space, I had zero clue what to do on a daily basis, what my targets were, right? If I had the monthly income target or yearly target, I had zero clue what to do to achieve that. So I'm going to help you fill this out. I also have these worksheets. They're going to be in the Google Drive. So if you have access to them, they will be in the Day 5 folder. If you want access to all of the worksheets that I provided throughout this bootcamp, this free 6-day bootcamp, shoot me an email and I'll give you access to the Google Drive. So I'm going to start off with, I know some of you have read this from Grant Cardone, right? Amazing guy. Hopefully one day I get to meet him. But anyways, in chapter 9, I'm going to just read this because you guys need to hear this. And this is a practice that I've actually started maybe over a year ago, morning and night, right? To write down my 10x goals so that I can dream even greater, right? And have these targets that I can really look forward to and shoot for, okay? So Grant says, I believe that one of the major reasons why people don't stick to their goals and fail to accomplish them is because they fail to set them high enough from the beginning. I have read many books on goal setting and have even been to seminars on this topic. And I constantly see people set goals and then either never get started or bail on them. So that sound familiar? I mean, I'm certainly a victim to that. Frequently and regularly, most of us have been warned against setting goals too high. We've all heard that, right? The reality is that if you start small, you are probably going to go small. People's failure to think big enough usually means they will never act big enough, often enough, or persistently enough. After all, who gets excited about so-called realistic goals? Yeah, really. And who can stay excited about anything with an, at best, average payoff, right? We're not living in average anymore. We want extraordinary, right? We don't want mediocre, okay? This is why people begin to bail on projects when they experience any kind of resistance. Their goals are not big enough. To maintain your enthusiasm, you have to make your goals substantial enough that they keep your attention. Average and realistic goals are almost always a letdown to the person setting them. Okay, guys, I'm reading this from this. Who is then unable to fuel his or her goals with the actions necessary. All this stuff, the KPI stuff. Indeed, most people are so apathetic about their goals that they only write them down once a year. Whoa. Yeah, totally. I was maybe not even once a year, right? So that's why I never hit them. Let's see. As far as I'm concerned, nothing worth doing is done only once or twice a year. He's totally right? Repetition is the mother of mastery, okay? The things upon which your life depends most are based on the actions you take daily. Remember, daily shifts lead to those breakthroughs that are ultimately going to create the transformation in your life that you're seeking, okay? That's why I make sure to always do 2 things. Number 1, I write my goals down every day. Number 2, I choose objectives that are just out of reach. This opens me up to my full potential, which I use to fuel my action each day. Some people suggest that setting improbable goals might cause a person to become disappointed and lose interest. But if your goals are so small that you don't even need to consider them on a daily basis, then you are going to lose interest. A good idea is to word your goals as though you've already accomplished them. He goes on to say, I keep a legal pad next to my bed so that I can record my goals first thing each morning and right before I go to bed at night. I'm going to give you, he also has a list here, okay, some of his goals and how he decides to write them. From Grant Cardone, I own 5,000 plus apartments that return over 12% positive cash flow. I am in perfect health and physical condition. My net worth is over $100 million. My income is over $1 million a month. I have written and published 12 or more best-selling books. My marriage is alive and healthy and a positive model for others. I am more in love with my wife every day. I have 2 beautiful children and they're healthy. I have no debt except that which is paid for by others. I own a beautiful home on the ocean that has no debt. I own a ranch in Colorado that has incredible views of the mountains and horses and is my ideal scene. Okay, cool. So get this book. I mean, like, this is, I know everyone talks about this. I think he has like the 10X conference or something. I'll probably attend that sometime maybe next year or whenever it next comes on. So my task, right? Task number 1, complete the 10X goals and record it. So remember this thing in the beginning of this 6-day boot camp I talked about, right? This life's golden circle. This was where I started nearly a year ago. Okay, this was where I was at the start of this boot camp. Okay, and there's 11 key areas, right, that we find fulfillment, satisfaction, love, peace, harmony, joy, the abundance of life. Okay, so I have created this worksheet for you, modeled after Grant. Okay, morning and night, 10X goals. Right, you're gonna do, this is literally mine. Okay, you can stop this and pause it in the future if you want to take a look. But I do this at least every morning, and I track it on a spreadsheet now. Remember before I showed you how I got my morning routine? Remember when I got my morning routine down, right? And then now it, right, like it helps me get to my battle plan, okay, every day. So I want you guys to print this out, or even if you have a journal, start doing this morning and night if you can, right? Write it down. But what I also have done is I record this, okay? So I listen to it. I listen to it with, okay, my belief matrix, right? Listen to it, you know, after meditation. It's this like, you know, I'm going to show you also this awesome life visualization exercise that you can record. So whether you want to choose to do this exercise or not, I'm thinking, Grant Cardone, he's a brilliant guy, right? He surpassed billions of dollars in revenue in whatever businesses he has. So I'm going to listen to that guy and then take on some of his healthy sort of like abundance habits, right? So keep that one in mind, guys. So the second task, right? So you can choose to do the 10X goals. To me, I'll show you like, this is my folder already for this year. What is it, like March 26th today? So this is at least morning. My folder from last year is pretty fat, so I've already filed them. I'm thinking actually of just copying them, and so I just have like a digital file that I can go back to. But they haven't, like in the beginning I sort of set them and they haven't changed for nearly a year now. So like they're written up here, right? I can literally like close my eyes and recite them to you. Mine, I have 1 to 14, so they're pretty solid. And then I listen to them whether I'm doing a workout, going for a walk, right? Or if I'm in my car, definitely waking up, I listen to that and then I write it as well, and then at night. Okay, so task number 2. Right, so let me find this little sheet here. Okay, so your perfect 10 life, okay? Task number 2. Have you guys ever done this visualization exercise, right? Where you take every single, there we go, in Life's Golden Circle, you take every single area, every single 11 areas, right, that you like want to be in the 10s, and you imagine what that looks like, right? What each of the 11 categories look like when you are living in the 10, okay? Hey guys, hey Sven, hey Roland, hey Mary. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get to the KPI section in a little moment, but I want you guys to take a look at this and actually do. Doesn't matter if you've done this before, do it right now. What actually does it look like, right? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? I mean, there's, if you're in the ocean and it smells a certain way, if you're, what is it called? Like their sensory, olfactory senses, like, is it because you're having a home cooked meal or barbecue by the beach, right? So it's basically describing in extreme detail what you imagine your perfect 10 life to be. Like, can you imagine what the 11 key areas in life's golden circle will be like when you reach that level, okay? These are the 11 levels. Love, family, recreation, fun, health, fitness, self-image, contribution, business and career and studies, wherever you're at in that sector, spirituality, personal growth, finance, wealth, and social friends. So do this and record it. You're listening to yourself again, right? Recording. This is like beyond your wildest dreams. Okay. So the third exercise here. This is a part of my morning routine, and this is a worksheet that I gave you guys so you can build your own, right, for your own supercharged morning routine. And I put that here, perfect life visualization audio. Okay. All right, so I really enjoy having you guys here, but I want to actually show you this key performance indicators. Okay, you may have seen this before. I really advise you, if you're going to start a digital business, you need to know this. Okay, so you need to find a mentor, a coach, or a friend, right, that can help you set your targets, right, and also show you how to achieve them. So first off, I am going to show you guys, because I know a lot of you guys possibly are starting out in your startup phase, or you've been at this for a while, right? And maybe you made some, sales and have some revenue coming in. So it doesn't matter what level you are at, you can use this, okay? So I'm going to start as someone who, the basic example, wants a monthly target income of 10K, right? So see this. We're going to get a target of monthly income price, and then we go into 30-day targets, and then we go into weekly targets at least 2x, especially when you're starting out. Daily 2x, right, when you're starting out, because you really don't know what your conversion rate, you actually don't know what your numbers are at this point if you're just starting out. But if you're at this for a while, you might know, and then you can plug in, right, different sort of benchmarking numbers. So we're going to start. So someone that is interested, right, just starting out, or just, wants to restructure, right, they're looking at a 10K monthly income from, or whether it's coaching, consulting, they're an expert. Hey Mary, sorry guys, I'm not really paying attention, but you guys are, what did you guys say? Yes, Mary, you do that with the promises of God every day. What my life looks like with all the self-limiting beliefs. Perfect, Mary, that is amazing. So you should be ready for this KPI section. Hey Tamir, yes, manifestation, Roland, you got that, right? You gotta make your dreams come true. You gotta see it, you gotta feel it, right? Feel it all the way deep, and you trust it. Trust that it's gonna be there, right? You're gonna walk into it someday, one day, okay? So price, let's just say you're looking at a $1,000 package, okay? Your 30-day targets, number of clients. So check this out, Mary. If any of you guys, including Mary, are at this point, okay, where you're just starting out and you want to have this, ask me questions about this, and I'll actually right after I fill out this, you'll have a copy. You guys will have a copy of this, okay? So you can fill out your own numbers, right? I'll help you. There's 4 steps to actually hand calculate this, so I'll take you through that right after I fill this out. But okay, conversion, call to client. We're going off of a standardized 20% conversion rate. Your rate when you start out might be lower, and then as you get good at this, it's going to increase, right? Number of calls that you need to conduct at this price point, okay? 50 calls in a 30-day period. And guys, this is consecutively. Okay. Let's see, show up rate. Your show up rate, benchmarking at 75%. Again, your numbers will change, right? Scheduled calls, 66. So 67 calls, okay, every month. Your conversion rate from conversation to a scheduled call is, what am I doing here? 12.5, okay? And the amount of new conversations at this rate, starting every single month, 533, okay? Again, if you guys have questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue filling this out, and then I will increase these numbers to see what sort of activity levels, and then I'll give you a 4-step process to hand calculate this if you want to. But this is all, you know, for me and my students and clients. I actually have Excel spreadsheets because in that sense, you know, we remove a lot of the error, right? So weekly at a rate of 2x, okay? I mean, if you can get 2x or more, that's just going to be butter. That's gold, okay? 5 client. Mary, I will get to that. I'll show you a 4-step process, okay, to calculate this by hand. All right, but like I said, I actually have an Excel spreadsheet for my clients and students, and it tracks daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. It helps you sort of figure out and stay on track, right? And if you want to increase all of this, it helps you do that as well. But that's all going to be in launch tomorrow when I open my doors up to my program, Boss Bootcamp, where I show you how to master yourself and then set up all this side, right, on this business, sales, and marketing side, so you can master that. Okay, so on a weekly 2x basis, you are conducting 25 calls, okay? And you're also scheduling at least 34 calls. New conversations, 267. Okay, on a daily basis, guys, right? 0. So just under 1 client a day, okay? 4 calls. Let's see, about 5 scheduled calls, and then 36. You guys have any questions on this? Just starting out, you know, are you confident that when we set, you know, these KPIs, are you confident that you can meet and exceed 36 new conversations, right, with essentially cold prospects? That's you know, the you know, essential foundation part that we've been building in this past 5 days in this free 6-day boot camp, right? Getting to this point where you know that every morning, right, you're optimizing yourself, you're crushing all those limits, right? You're like calibrating here, and now you're serving, right? You're serving, contributing from here, from your core, and you're connecting with that. So I floundered for a whole while. I know what it feels like to be in the spot where you have zero idea even what this all means, right? But it all comes down to, are you going to be able to get laser focused to hit this on a 30-day consistent basis, right? Every single month. So it means every single day, every single week, every single month, right? Year. And it all, because this is, you know, a year, right? 120K. Okay. And really, you know that people can make that. You can see it, 120K. But people make that in a regular salaried job, right? Corporate America or corporate wherever you guys are in the world, right? So once you hit that, you're just going to be, because you don't want to scale beyond that, because there are actually people who are using this that have scaled beyond 120K a month, right? Not just a year, a month. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of what happens to the numbers when you increase your price. Okay, so if you guys want to copy this, you can pause this when it comes out on my profile. But I'm going to erase all of this. Okay, on this side, erase this. Okay, any questions at this point? Actually, I'll give you what I do for where the benchmarking numbers come out, okay? So I think you can see this part. So we're going off of benchmarking. So out of 100 conversations that you start, let's just say 75, right, say they're interested, but only 25 schedule calls, right? And from that 25 schedule calls, only 12 and a half show up. And then from the 12 and a half, this is, you know, you have whatever conversion rate that you've actually gauged yourself at, right? So that's how you get these numbers. These, you know, conversion rate client, just the show up rate, right? Conversion to conversation to schedule calls. Okay. So I'm going to write one for, let's put it here so you can see it. 144, okay. You're looking at a 12K monthly income, but check this out. We raise your programmer course price to $3,000, okay? So look at this number drop. 4 clients, okay? Obviously, this is another based upon 20% conversion rate. Number of calls to conduct 20, okay? The show up rate again 75%. Scheduled calls 27. Conversion rate, right, from conversation to scheduled calls, again 12.5%. And then new initiated conversations. Questions? I feel like this is like math class. I actually really enjoyed accounting class, so this is really up my alley. Actually, when I matriculated to Columbia in New York, I was supposed to be a financial economics major, but I ended up in the architecture department, so you know, you never know where life's gonna take you, right? Okay, so on a weekly, right, 2x basis, clients 2, okay, calls 10, scheduled calls 14, okay, just under 14, new conversations 107, on a daily target basis at 2 times, you know, your rate. 27, 33, 78, and 14. Okay, so I have one last example. You can see what happens, right? The numbers start to drop from, I'll show you an example, okay? So look at that, right? Off of a, 12, only increasing it by $2,000, but you have a price increase, right, of your package. So instead of getting 10 clients, you're only looking at 4, right? Instead of like trying to land, 5 clients, you're looking at 2, right? Look how this drops. New conversations, 14 versus 36. Okay, so this is why you want to think about increasing your prices, right? If you're thinking about starting at 1K, it's a really good, mindset to get in, but you want to be able to break out of that, right? Because you are valuable. And all this stuff is actually taught in high-level sales and marketing courses, right? This is like $5,000-$6,000 and above, okay? All right, so any questions on this one? If not, I'm going to show you guys how to calculate for $1 million a year, okay? That sort of magic number that a lot of us, think about, right? Especially when we're starting out, and then once we're scaling. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to show you 4 steps how to calculate this by hand. Okay. So 1 million. Okay. Monthly income. Do you guys know that to reach $1 million, right, gross number, it's only 83. Okay. And look, we're going off of a $5,000 package here. So if you guys seeing a lot of coaches, mentors, consultants choosing, going off a $5,000 package, these are actually their targets. Obviously, right, their conversion rate and their benchmarking, their numbers change, right? But this is a foundation. Okay, so we're looking at about 17 clients a month. Let's say 20% is they probably have a higher, conversion rate, right? Because to get to that price, you're like, okay, well, you gotta have been sold, right? You gotta have sold something for it. You gotta, convince your potential clients, right, that you can get them the result that they want. Okay. Number of calls to conduct. 84. Okay. Show up rate is still 75%. Okay. Schedule calls. I like this number. Conversion rate, conversation to schedule calls. Again, 12.5%. And then new conversations. Wow. Look at that. All right. I guess at this point, you're going to have to think about hiring, right? An assistant, right? Maybe a media buyer, because you're going to possibly dip into paid ads, right? The other stuff, you can totally achieve that with organic attraction marketing. Okay. On a weekly target basis at a 2x rate, 833, conducting 42 calls, scheduled calls, about 56, 444 conversations. Okay, daily targets at a 2x rate. Okay, just on about, I would say like, 2 would be safe. Okay, 6, 8, 59. Questions on this one? Whew, right? 1 million. Wow. I mean, where I'm at in this first stage, I know you guys, a lot of you guys are here as well, right? Stage 1 in business of the 4 stages, 0 to $1 million, right? What does it take? Imagine we increase this price, right? What happens with the numbers, okay? If you increase this to 15, this jumps to 7. It drops to 7, okay? So, if you guys don't have any questions on this one, I'm going to erase it, and then I'll take you through the 4 steps how to calculate this by hand. So I'm going to erase this, but you guys can, when the video is posted, you can pause it and go back, okay? All right, so 4 steps, right? How to calculate this by hand. I haven't actually seen anyone do this in a video. I came across. You guys may have, but yeah, obviously there's spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets for this that calculate everything. But doing it by hand, that's incredible, right? To be able to do this on the fly. All right, so number 1, okay, you want to get your revenue price. Your revenue, right? Your desired monthly revenue, and then divide it by price. Okay, so let's just work off of this easy 10K, because I know a lot of you guys want to be in this range, right? But you're also possibly thinking about $1,000, program or course price. Okay, simple as that, right? First step. Second step. Okay. Number of clients. Okay, and you're gonna divide that by your conversion rate. Right? So you got, let's say 10 clients divided by a 20% conversion rate equals 50 calls. Okay? Number 3. Your number of calls, 50, right? I'm going to divide that by your show up rate. Okay, because you want to know. What you're looking at here. I'm going to write this here. So we got 50, right, of these calls. And you're looking at 75% of them scheduling them. Okay, 6, 6, 6, 7. Okay. All right. And then step number 4. You got your number of schedule calls. Okay, and you're dividing that by your conversion rate from your combo to your schedule call, which is 6667 divided by 12.5. Okay, 12.5% equals the amount of new conversations. Okay. Does that make sense? Any questions? So, right, we've divided it starting from your revenue, your monthly revenue, okay? Your monthly revenue target, right? But if you want to go the other way, you just multiply, right? This is multiplying that, right? Coming up here, that, okay? So, let me know if you guys have any questions. If you can do this by hand, right? You can do this for any sort of numbers. Just get your monthly, right here, your monthly revenue, and then you can, right, when we go down from your monthly revenue to how many conversations you need to start, you're dividing it. When you're starting with new conversations or people that you want to connect with, you want to see where you can hit, right? What kind of revenue, monthly revenue, you're going to multiply it. So, at this point, this is it. This is, let me see if I can find my sheet here with the agenda today. Oops. Okay, so right, get down to these 3 tasks, right? This KPI stuff is so crucial. I mean, for you guys, let me see if I can find the. Here we go. Okay, got this 10K a month, right? This is where, you know, a lot of people are at, especially when you're starting out, right? But you want to be able to get this down, okay? If you want to have a chat with me so we can talk about this, send me a message, right? If you want all of these worksheets, you'll have this worksheet. It'll be blank, obviously, but you can set, you know, obviously all this is there, so you can just fill in your targets, right? Because you can just calculate it there. But if you want a copy of all this and you don't have access to the Google Drive for this free 6-day boot camp, shoot me your email and I'll give you access. Otherwise, tomorrow I'm going to be opening the doors and introducing you guys to Boss Bootcamp, right? Boss Bootcamp sets all of this. We set your KPIs, right? We crush all your limiting beliefs every day so that when it comes to this battle portion of your day, right? When you're, you know, supercharging your business, building it from 0 to whatever figure you want, there is no trouble hitting that. I also have a daily battle plan of activities that help you hit these numbers, okay? Because I personally use them myself, so I'm in the trenches every day. But I'll be opening the doors to Boss Bootcamp tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know every single detail about what I'm offering, what it entails. It's a 90-day intensive boot camp, right? Where we take you from where you are to building a solid foundation, right? Mastering yourself and also mastering the business, marketing, and sales side so that you can scale your business from 0 or wherever you're at, revenue-wise, right? To at least $1 million. So if you guys have any questions, I'm in Q&A. I'll leave a few minutes for that. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to be going on my way. I do have scheduled strategy calls, but you guys are welcome to shoot me an email or a message, right? You can email me, support@mindhackx.com, but if you're on Facebook, it's just better for you to shoot me a Facebook Messenger with your email, and I will get you signed up and give you access to the Google Drive where you can get all the worksheets that we've done over the past 5 days through this 6-day bootcamp. But this book, yeah, I mean, like I have a whole bunch of books on my desk, but the 10X, this is so simple, morning and night, right? How easy is this? Take a few minutes, sit down morning and night, and then record it. Grant doesn't talk about recording it, but I actually did because I'm visual, right? Visual, but I'm also, right, this sort of sensory here, you know? If I could smell it, that would be like extra sort of right boost and increasing my energy signature to really feel like I'm in, all my moon shoot goals, right? So hopefully this all helped you guys. Let me know if, you guys need any more help setting up your KPIs. Like I said, shoot me a message. I'm around, and I'm available, and I'm really creating a community, right? And a tribe, right? Where you guys know that I'm a real person. You guys can come to me at any time. You can shoot me a message. I answer my messages myself, okay? I don't have a VA right now. I know some of you shoot me messages about me possibly hiring you to be a VA or a media buyer, all that, but like, this is fun for me, okay? I have a world-class sales and marketing coach that, you know, I tap into, that I'm directly connected with, right? I pay him the big bucks so he can teach me all this stuff, and then I can help you guys, right? I'm helping myself, obviously, and then I help you guys, show you guys what I use, right, to scale my business from 0 and beyond. And I also have a master, super high level mindset coach. She's actually a mindset strategist. There's a difference, if you guys know, between just a regular mindset coach, right, that talks about, you know, positive growth mindset, versus a mindset strategist, which, you know, helps you figure out all this stuff and gives you a strategy how to think, right, how to crush all those limits, break through those limits, so that we can hit all these key performance indicators every single day, right, to build our dreams, the you know, life and businesses of our wildest dreams, beyond our wildest dreams. Okay, so, right, I'm a peak performance mindset and business strategist because I learn from the best, and everything I do for you guys, the way I serve, I'm gonna, you know, introduce you guys to all of that level, right, the mastery level. How do you get there? Because I'm dedicated to achieving self-mastery, business and life, relationship, that whole, you know, golden circle of life. My objective is to reach the 10s and to share that with all of you. So I'm around. Hit me up. Let me know how you guys are doing. Hopefully you guys are, you know, happy, healthy, and safe in quarantine or lockdown or wherever you guys are. And I hope that you're taking care of yourself and each other. Okay, so if anyone doesn't have any questions, I love you. I love me. I will see you guys on the inside. Aloha.